heights of Providence, Rhode Island, bring you to the National Collegiate Rugby Division 1 quarterfinals. We are in the business end of the competition on the road to the 15s finals in Houston. It is the Brown University Bears taking on the 5th ranked Walsh Cavaliers. Thomas Grant with the call here alongside one of the greatest guys in American rugby. It is Lance Kavanagh from Great American Rugby. A very good afternoon to you, Lance.
How we doing today, Wills? This is time. This is where the season comes to an end. We get to see who's the best, the alpha dog in the land. I'm so excited. Top 5 matchup. Not a better situation you can ask for. 2 top 5 teams being able to compete for an opportunity to go to Houston and fight for all the marbles. This is everything you ask for in collegiate rugby.
And you're going to take us through a look here at this Walsh Cavaliers team, the road to this quarterfinal today, Lance. Tell me about it.
This Walsh side has been through so many ups and downs. Even before the season started, before Walsh became a rugby program, they should be called the Walsh Phoenix because they rose from the ashes of what was Notre Dame College, going 3-2 in NCR competition, having to fight through an Indiana side in a play-in matchup just to get where they sit to face against one of the top dogs in the land. Big win against another playoff team, Thomas More, 62-10 at the beginning of the season. A couple guys to look out for. We'll talk about them later.
Well, the 2022 national champions Brown Bears back on home soil today, and you can see that man on screen. He has been influential in their performances this year. The man out of New Zealand, number 9, Cham Tuala, been such a great distributor for them all season long, and that man, well, he needs no introduction, but I'll give you one anyway. Tito Ejua, the USA representative age grade, just combines absolute brutal power with flair and skill. You can see here, this is one of his fantastic individual finishes from just a week ago. Lance, this man is some player. As we have a look here at the Walsh lineup for today's match.
Starting off at prop, Tanner Smith. We got the hooker, Hamish Walton. Number 3, Quentin Van Der Leaf. 4, McCoy. 5, Sherman. Going in at the flankers is Johnson Van Vergen and Gatia. Frazier at number 8. Thompson at number 9. Look out for him. Tomas at the fly half position. Batusi at winger. Buckton at center along with Herb and Allen and McDonald finishing off that back 3.
Well, the home team, the Brown Bears, they have stars littered across the park in the front row. We've got Gabriel Alhasso and Rosenmeyer locking down Zhao and Scott. In the back 3 flanks, Stadolnik, Pit Blado, and the dangerous Estevez. The backs for the Bears, Cham Tuala, Isaac Frost, the 9-10 combination. Santiago Cortabadia on the left wing, Leo Clayberg, and the dangerous Tito Ejua in the midfield. Marco Lapierre and Rafael Lonsignor round out the back 3. That is some lineup, Lance.
It is. This Brown side is going to be dangerous. They have been all year. But that back 3 competition between these two sides is going to rule the show for us today.
Referee Robert Fanning gets this D1 quarterfinal underway through the boot of Thomas Rojas. And it's taken down immediately by the Brown Bears in the form of Antonio Estevez. Tuala shapes up for the box kick, makes contact just outside the 22. And an opportunity here for Walsh to launch an early counterattack. Here goes Thompson. They play a little tip pass into the right of the field. This Brown Bears defence holding up nicely early on. Here goes Tanner Smith, the NCR All-American representative.
Take a step.
Thompson puts this one to the boot, and it finds touch out on the full, so a good little early success there for the Brown Bears, Lance.
And Brown is going to use a tactical kicking for the early parts of this matchup. They're going to play on the other half of the field. They're going to keep themselves from being pent defensively, and that bodes well for them as the game goes on and they can play a little bit looser with the ball.
Well, you can see conditions underfoot pretty much only good for a slip and slide today, but we're going to play rugby in them, and that right there is an example of the weather we've had in the area the past couple of days. It is very greasy. So an early set piece mistake there from the Bears gives the Cavaliers back the ball. And let's have a next level live rugby looking at the other match that's taking place as we speak. The St Bonaventure up against Thomas More. The winner of that game will take on the winner of this game, Brown and Walsh. So fantastic to get an insight there into our other NCR games around the country today.
Crouch! Bind!
And our first scrum of the game. Both of these packs. Good early shove there from the Bears, and we're going to have this one reset.
It's too dynamic. Fell to the side, same ball.
And Lance mentioned earlier, that man there, Marco Rojas, he will be key to the Cavaliers game today. That kicking game, so critical. We see the replay there of the shove from Brown.
Crouch! Bind! Set! Guys, can't see it. Anything for you, Mike? Gentlemen, we had a chat before the game, all right? We don't want to have this all day, and it's just the first scrum of the game, okay? Work really hard to get stability first, and then contest comes after, okay?
You can hear there, Lance, the referee, just talking through his pre-game processes that he agreed to with the front row and making sure they have stability. Tough scrummaging conditions today, though, Lance.
Crouch!
Yeah, especially with him moving to the other side. He is going to keep a watchful eye on all these scrums, especially with the grass and weather conditions, and a long arm immediately.
On his knee,
yeah, we see the penalty there to Brown. First one of the game.
Skull.
And Tito Edjua is going to look to send this one into touch deep inside the Cavaliers 22, no doubt. And it finds it just beyond. See here on the replay.
You go, Red.
And immediately you can see the prop puts his knee down. He was on top of that. The referee didn't even waste a second. You see flanker on the Brown side pointing. You got to have stability in that scrum, safety first. And now Brown has a great attacking platform.
This one goes over the top, though, so the Cavaliers get the ball back. That's 0-2 for Brown off the lineouts. Thompson sends this one along the ground, and the Bears are at the back here to collect just beyond the halfway.
Ball's available.
Tawala. And we'll have another penalty. Playing the scrum half is the call, so
it's okay.
A couple of early penalties here for the Bears. The Cavaliers just need to watch their discipline.
We'll take the kick.
Yeah, and they need to shore that up immediately. Can't give Brown extra opportunity, especially after that line out that they end up winning. Walsh is on the front foot. You got everything going for you. You go to the box kicks, which seemed to be a strategy. Second box kick early in this matchup.
AT, please.
And we've had a call for the trainer on, looks like. A little bit of a potential eye injury there. Yeah, we see there on the replay. You could argue that was intentional as well.
I mean, that's just ignorance to get into this matchup. That's got to be something that only happens in the early parts of this matchup. That undisciplined bit, though, could bite them later on if they don't find a way to get more sound rugby involved. You can play your defensive structure and not try to make shortcuts, trying to cut the ball off immediately at the ruck.
8 taking it scrum half.
So they're going to go for the line out again and back their set piece. And it has been impressive all season. It really has been the architect to a lot of the Bears' dominant performances all year, giving great platform to the superstar backline that they have.
Let's go, Brown.
This time, it's bobbled at the back, but the Bears do enough to collect it. Estevez dies on that one.
Back foot, take a step.
Tawala gets this one to Asa Rosenmeyer, the man out of Belmont High School in Massachusetts, having a great season for Brown. Frost gets it back to David Scott. Here goes Tawala once more, back to Frost, out to Clayberg. Backdoor pass, and they look to play here through Marco Lapierre, but we'll bring it back for the penalty advantage.
Offside here.
Offside is the call there. Again, that's that trend of penalties early on.
VAR.
May warrant a discussion soon from the referee.
Shot called. Just into his own man there was the call, okay?
And one thing Walsh can bank on just a little bit, their undisciplined pits might only give up 3 points, but Brown hasn't really found that well-oiled machine attack that we usually see from them at the beginning of matches. They ran off pretty fast against Iona. They ran off pretty fast against Syracuse early in the first 10, 15 minutes, getting multiple tries. Here, they're just finding the passes just a little bit behind, the timing just a little bit off, not able to attack in the same pattern and intensity that they usually do. As you can see on the replay on the bottom right, some of these passes are just a little bit behind first receiver, not able to really get the platform to attack the way they would like. But if Walsh can find a way to just get more discipline and let their defense handle the business instead of trying to take these shortcuts, they'll be in a better position later in this match.
And Rafael Lonsignor with the educated boot gets the first points on the board in this Division 1 quarterfinal, 3 points to nil.
Yep.
He is a sharp shooter, is the man Lonsignor. Of course, has been good for them for a number of years. Played his high school rugby in Singapore. Here we go again. Through the 15, Lockie McDonald gets this one deep to the 22 of Brown and taken in there by Frost. Rather, that's David Scott, the lock. Here goes Tawala.
Balls available.
Bodies pile in, and Tawala, under a little bit of pressure, manages to get it off to Rosenmeyer. Shaping up for the exit here now are the Bears, and they do just that. Back to Ejua. Ejua makes good contact and sends this one deep into the Walsh half as they launch the counter-attack here through Fraser Leslie, the big Australian at number 8 for the Cavaliers. Walsh haven't had much hands on the ball in the opening 8 minutes of this game. They want to build some pressure here as the line speed of the Bears hungry to get on that ball.
Take a step, thank you. No.
Thompson. Shape it back again, but the defense has met really well there on Javon McCoy, the number 4 for the Cavaliers. Thompson again, they play back. There's McDonald, the lovely cutout pass, and a little bit of space here for the Cavaliers. So it's Xavier Allen, the man out of your neck of the woods, Lance Kavanagh. Thompson.
Take a step.
Defense from Brown holding staunch at the moment as they get it back to Rojas. Rojas plays it back to McCoy, but again, it's Tito Ejua.
Tackler must release. 13. No.
And we'll have the penalty there. No release is the call, but you've got to give credit to this ferocious line speed of the Bears at the moment, Lance, not giving Walsh any room to move.
In every phase of attack that we just seen, the Brown defensive line was on a mission. They are cutting off passes. They're stepping right into the action, being very confrontational. Big hit by Jua, but unfortunately never released, and even complained to the ref a little bit. You're never going to get that call, but great tackle. It's just a tell of what Brown defense has done for them over the course of this year.
You maintain it.
The Cavaliers with the line out now, and it's been pinched there by Antonio Estevez of Brown, so against the throw, the Bears will get the ball back.
Ball's available. It's your own player.
There's Tawala. Digs for this one, and they play the pass there again to Henrique Gabriel. Takes it into contact. This one goes to ground, and we're going to have another penalty here for the way of the Bears, and this one's going to warrant a chat from the referee.
Two very clear ones here from 4. You're not the only offender, but your back line is not adhering to offside lines. Improve, okay? Thank you. Here.
Yeah, and McCoy's been a part of a few penalties over the first 10 minutes of this match. Good thing to give him a warning, bring him to the side, let him know. But again, the lineouts have become an issue for both sides, neither being able to really convert their own offensive lineouts. Great reach, great lift prediction and reach across by Brown. That right there is a Randy Moss, if I've ever seen it, able to gather the ball for his team. And with this long kick conversion, we can see these penalties really becoming a problem for this Walsh side.
Well, in finals rugby, it's the little things that matter the most, and Brown are going to be happy just to take these early shots at goal. Raphael Lonsignor already nailing his first opportunity just moments ago. So lines this one up. And that one
22.
Just didn't quite get the connection, the trajectory just a little bit low on that occasion.
Yes,
so
just start behind the line. And you can't lean over the line.
As we take a look at St Bonaventure and Thomas More, that's 5 points to 0 in the other quarterfinal over there at Thomas More University.
Yeah.
The Bonnies with a bit of a roll early on. And here goes Lockie McDonald, the number 15. Sends this one past the halfway mark of Brown, and Tito Edger will carry back, beats the first tackle as he always does. Tawala. They play it Frost. Here with Clayburgh. Clayburgh makes a half break through the gap. Just shy of the 22. Here are the Bears. Tawala gets it off to Scott.
Back foot.
Tawala again. Plays it back to Frost. Backdoor ball here for Lonsignor. Short pass off to Tito Edger. Edger drives the legs towards the 22. Tawala. Estevez just ducks under that tackle. This time the little halfback Tawala takes a go himself. Lonsignor goes in to play halfback, gets it back to David Scott. Another carry for the big lock. As they try and spread this one to the left. Here goes Clayburgh again. He's looked dangerous with ball in hand. Fantastic leg drive once more. Tawala. Frost. Frost takes it on himself. The defense of the Cavaliers holding pretty well at the moment, as they continue to ramage up forward. 22 in sight now for the Bears. Tawala. Lonsignor. Edger, wide pass out to the wing here of Marco Lapierre. Brown happy to play some side-to-side rugby at the moment. Here goes Casper Pitt-Boulder. Tawala. Backdoor for Frost. Back to Clayburgh once more, beats the first. Estevez. Patience from the Bears. Lonsignor. Back to Estevez. Cavaliers try and get a poach on the ball there, but unsuccessful. It's back here for Edger. That's great tackle there from Walsh. Tawala once again for Scott. The phase count through the roof at the moment for the Bears. Here goes Tony Zhao. Tawala. Back to Frost. Frost puts this one to boot. Chasing after it is Quarterfinals. And the Cavaliers get it through Remy Thompson.
Don't collapse that rook. You're in the 22.
And he's with Hamish Watson. The number 2 for Walsh. Inside their own 22, they'll be looking for a safe exit here. All the Cavaliers. And they get the penalty. And you've got to say, Lance, that's just great reward there for staunch defence. They really didn't let Brown enter inside that 22-metre channel, which forced Frost to put boot to ball.
And the weather has to play a lot into how that defensive stand by Walsh ended up. They contested every ruck except for maybe 2 out of 14 phases, 13, 14 phases we've seen. Great defensive composure, way to stay linked, way to communicate. Brown had opportunities outside in the 15-meter channel, but Walsh found a way to close the door, get the ball back, force a penalty.
Yeah,
That
time
is
is
just
off.
great team
Raphael.
defense. And against most teams, Brown would have broken through and found a way to either get a penalty or get points.
You can see the referee there
We had a
just
discussion
managing
before
those
the game
offside lines around the
that
breakdown. We've
only
already had
discussion has come to you two,
a few
and it's
offside
happened at an appropriate
penalties.
time. That occurred, correct? Raphael? Yeah. So I've had some calls coming from both players and from some of your coaching team on this side. Have a quick word before you restart. Okay. Don't want to hear any of it. It's a distraction for me. Like I said, it's not going to sustain a good game. It's all right. We'll get back to it. We're going to have the line out here, Reg. Have a chat. Have a chat. No. Talk to your captain. Talk to your captain.
Great
The captain needs to talk to
communication
you.
there
All of
from the referee. It's Robert Fanning really setting the tone rather, with both captains demanding respect, as they always do. But again, that's what you really need in these quarterfinals, Lance, is that clear communication to
Time
both
is back
player
on.
groups.
Red, use the line.
That's what you ask for as a player. No surprises from the referee. Letting it be known clear what he asks for and what he wants. Good job by Robert.
Raf or Antonio, option. Option. Scrum.
And they're going to pack down for the scrum there.
Yeah,
Just a
that's
bit of a unfortunate error there at the line out.
from
We
the
see
standing
here on the
water.
replay. Hamish Watson with the throw.
Just one more.
And I mean, no
I
jump by
understand, but it was a
Brown,
lot
but
better
no
than
real
that.
opportunity to get the ball either.
I don't want to be moving it too much. No, I appreciate the
Got to
interest
make
and
that
safety,
call. If it was anywhere near the tunnel, that would have been play on, but unfortunately, can't be at the outside hip. And now Brown with a scrum opportunity. They're very dangerous on set piece
Crouch.
attacks in these situations. But let's see if they go to the boot.
They certainly are. Look for
but ball in.
Tito Ejua here.
Let's get that ball in.
I've really frequented him off set piece.
Use it.
Good scrum here from Walsh, though. Tuwala manages to get it out. Clayberg, first receiver, pulls it back to Frost, and strong tackle there from the Cavaliers as they pile in, but illegally so. And he's going to march them 10 for a little bit of back chat, which he just spoke about.
And I mean, take a positive and compound it with a negative. You find yourself in very bad positions. An absolute great hit. Great tackle. Everything perfect. Unfortunately, couldn't keep his feet, but the extra talk, the extra lip, referee told him, made it clear what he wanted. No discussion, no argument. Not the right direction to go for Walsh.
There you go, the Bears once more. The first couple of lineouts haven't quite gone accurate in that one there.
Advantage for the knock-on.
Unfortunately, no different as the Cavaliers
Just knock
come
on
up with the ball.
advantage. Use it.
Thompson looks
Advantage
to
is
run as
over.
finds Harley Sherman.
Use it.
Here goes Thompson again. He's going to shape here for the box kick. Makes good contact with this one, and on the return here with Lonsonure. Lonsonure gets it out there to Santiago Cortabadia. Here's Tito Ejua. Ejua beats the first tackle, looks for the offload, but just continues to drive those legs.
Your feet, your hands on
And they
ground
get the
first.
penalty. Off
Hands to
feet
ground
is
before
the call
ball. No,
again.
he's getting up. Come on.
So good return there from the Bears. We see here, Lance.
Yeah, sometimes you're a roadblock and sometimes you're a speed bump. X took a shot, Ejua doing what he normally does, leg drive, and forcing a penalty. Brown is really just winning some of these physical competitions, winning the physicality battle at moments. But the lineouts have been an issue for both teams. This is probably the most important lineout we've seen all day. Can Brown convert?
Absolutely, it is. Best attacking opportunity of the game so far for the Bears. The line out is successful. They shape it back to the front and look to set up for the maul as the Bears pile in here. This one's still going.
Same mind, he's fine. Release
Brown
now.
towards the 5 metre line. The ball comes back there on screen. Here's Tuwala. Tuwala. They set the first phase away, demanding his troops to get around the corner. Here goes Rosenmeyer, ace of Rosenmeyer. The try line just above your screen there. Brown looking for the first one of the game.
Roll to- stay
Estevez.
back here. Ball is available. Ball's available. Guys, it's your player. Come
Happy
on.
to keep this one nice and compact. Here goes Rosenmeyer once more. Past the 5 metre channel, here are the Bears. Nearly 20 minutes gone in this quarterfinal. Here goes Scott now with the ball. They charge forward, the Bears. Penalty advantage, says the referee. High tackle. Zhao, Tony Zhao.
Still penalty advantage. Use.
So the ball there, happy to settle it down here. Casper, Pit Blado, rather, that's Rowe Stadlonic. Tawala, shapes to the right, gets it off to Ajua. Ajua gets the fend on, Tito Ajua towards the line.
Short.
Short, says the referee. Millimetres out are the Bears.
Not done here. No advantage.
And we're going to bring it back for no advantage, but what a desperate try saver that was. I thought Tito Ajua was over for all money there, Lance.
Yeah, if you had to bet your house on something, Tito Ajua, a full head of steam inside the 5-meter line, is almost as safe a bet as to make here on the landscape of D1 NCR, but cut down right at the line. And defensive stand by Walsh again.
And they shape with the special tap and go move. Taken in here by Casper Pit Blado. Towards the line are the Bears.
Ball's available. Don't criticize.
Ball's available, says the referee, and we're going to have a penalty fall the way of the Cavaliers. We'll listen to the explanation on this one.
Have a word with two. Two. Come here. Ball didn't leave his hand. That is not your call to make. You play your game, I'll play mine. Okay?
Well, there we go. That's pretty simple from the referee. Let him do his job and you do yours. But in the side there was the infringement from the Bears. Desperation, Lance, from the Cavs. It's great stuff.
Line out is outside.
Walsh is showing us the epitome of heart, the epitome of team cohesion defensively. Not only did they make a great stand from the line out against multiple phases, but even in a penalty tap, able to hold strong, hold their ground. Man, it might be a blow to the confidence of this Brown side, because usually they find points in bunches in these situations, but Walsh giving up nothing. You earn everything on these parts. Great defensive stand by them.
And some running repairs there. On the ground too, the number 6, Marcus Janssen van Vuren. One of the guys we highlighted in pre-game, gets through a mountain of work.
Outside the 22.
Vice captain
Yeah, got you,
for this Walsh side. And the Cavaliers look to try and get this one into a better field position. And it's going to be a free kick. Didn't get the ball in quick enough.
Use it.
So that really is a big mistake there for the Cavaliers.
And it's almost a symptom of what we've seen. We keep seeing the same thing. 1 step forward, 2 steps back by this Walsh side, giving up penalties at unopportune times.
Tawala plays it back here to Frost. Backdoor to Clayburgh. Clayburgh takes contact once more. The 22-meter line just on your screen. Brown once again threatening. And that's a massive shot in there.
Just above the sternum.
You can hear there above the sternum was the initial contact point. That was Marcus Janssen van Vuren. Let's take a look at this.
Ooh, walk it off, young man. Just a little high. New rules say you got to keep it low. But it's on the borderline. I thought he was going to get hit for the not wrapping. But big shot. That is what you asked for. That is what you asked for as far as physicality. Just got to get a bit lower. The referee has been on top of everything as far as safety, timing, and flow of the game. I'm not going to argue against the ref on this one. He's done an excellent job, A+ so far, but what a hit.
Well, no surprises. Rafael Lonsignor is going to take the opportunity to increase their lead. It has been tough work for the Bears, not coming away with that 5-pointer. And he shaped this one just away to the right of the post, so what usually is a pretty straightforward kick for Rafael Lonsenua. On that occasion, not the case.
And I just got to make a prediction as the tide of this game goes. What we usually see from Brown, capitalizing on other team mistakes not being fulfilled, is going to bite them as this game goes on. They should have this game a little bit more in their control, but just can't convert.
Here goes David Scott. The big lock's got through a lot of carries so far. And once again, Charm Tuala there gets himself another penalty. Deliberate knock-on is the call. Referee in a great position there to spot that one on the bottom right of your screen. And this one doesn't find touch, but they're under all sorts of pressure here at Walsh. They managed to get the ball away. David Scott, the lock, here on the counter-attack. Look him wind up. Pumps it past the halfway.
Tackle now, release! Stay on your feet.
There's Tuala.
Taken in.
It's back to Leo Clayberg, who puts boot to ball, and we're going to come back here for
Stop talking.
a yellow card by the looks to Fraser Leslie.
Okay, please stop. We've had a trend about the penalties. We just had a chat about it. Behaviour's not changing. With the shoulder, there was no wrap. Not moving with them. Stop. 8.
And that is just hard press.
You can go over here.
Going for the charge down,
one second,
reaching for the ball.
Yeah. Yeah. So scrum where the ball landed, or penalty here.
We see here.
Have you a mark for us, Dan?
Here's the replay of the infringement.
Penalty here.
Clayberg.
Penalty down here. Yeah. Give me the mark, please, Dan.
Reaching for the ball, it looked like from a distance. Maybe it was just a
Here.
clean shoulder charge, referee
Thank
on
you.
top of it, but it looked like a lazy charge down attempt
Time is
that
back on.
compounded into a
Shoulder hit.
scrum situation for Brown. With the man down, Walsh now might lose some of that defensive power that they just had. But man, the mistakes, 2 steps forward, or 1 step forward, 2 steps back has been the name of the game for this Walsh side early on in this match.
Well, let's see if Brown can capitalise on the numerical advantage now. The next 10 minutes, of course, the Cavaliers will now be playing with 14. And the Bears, this time the line-out is successful. They shape for them all once
Stand
more
up, get out of there. Don't lift the leg.
as they power towards the try line. This one's got some real roll on it for the Bears. Here come Brown, and they are in for the first try of this quarterfinal. The Brown Bears. And we'll find out in just a moment who comes up with the treats. But that was well executed in the end for the Bears.
And it was just a matter of time. At some point, you keep giving a team like Brown a chance, a bite at the apple again, a reset and a resurge. And eventually, they're going to figure out a way to get 5 points. Earlier in the match, we seen this Walsh defense hold strong, but with the yellow card from one of their more decorated players, it's only so much that you can take. Bend but don't break. And finally, Walsh has cracked just a little bit. Their armor has been penetrated, but Brown, persistent, consistent, and finding a way to get 5.
And it was Joel Hasso who gets the first 5-pointer of this Division 1 quarterfinal. Lonsenua with a little bit of a tricky kick here on the touchline, the far right side of the field. Connection is class. How's the accuracy? Just away to the left, so 8 points to nil remains.
Is it tactical?
Just over 13 minutes to go in the first half here at Marvel Field in Providence. We see here once again, Lance, it was just really no stopping that once it got a roll on.
Which prop?
Yeah, they had an opportunity at the very beginning, but once it started, there was no stopping. And one of the concerns for this Brown side is that boot. One for 4 so far in this matchup. Plenty opportunities to get 3 points, get extra points. They got to find a way to shore up that kicking game.
Lockie McDonald gets this one back underway, and Leo Clayberg carries past the 10-metre mark. Here goes Tawala. They shape it to the left here for Quarterfinals. The left winger hasn't seen a lot of balls so far in the first half, but he's certainly dangerous when he gets it. Here come the Bears. Al Harper with the tip pass inside.
No hands, red.
Tawala back to Frost. Frost, short pass off to Estevez. Estevez wrestles his way past the halfway.
Last now, 17. Taking it to
Tawala. Back here to Scott. He's been impressive so far in this opening 28 minutes. Some of the force in his carries.
Take it in.
Back again here for Brown, and
Knock
it's
on
been
here,
knocked
red
on,
ball.
so
Guys.
this could be the opportunity that Walsh need.
7, there's no quick scrum, so there's no need to get involved. Both sides. Can you prop, lads, with same expectations from all 6?
Again, referee with beautiful control of this matchup. Even the communication for the 50-22s, everything has been on top. I think the best play we've seen in this weather has been the referee controlling the center. But this matchup is starting to heat up. Walsh down a player, but can continue and find a way to get points on the board. It seems like they're due for an opportunity.
Certainly are. Here goes Remy Thompson. He's one player that can create those opportunities. Back to Rojas. Backdoor there for the fullback, McDonald. McDonald gets it off to Lonseigneur, and Lonseigneur finds touch just beyond the halfway metre mark. So that's some good territorial reward there for Brown off a great kick from Raphael Lonseigneur.
Let's go, gentlemen. 4, 5. Guys, let them know. 3, don't close that gap. Again, look, it's a lovely soft pitch. There we go.
Here goes Hamish Watson, the hooker for the Cavaliers.
Too many.
Brown's one too many.
Numbers, too
Well
many.
spotted there by the referee, so 1 too many is the call. It's going to be Remy Thompson here. It's going to look to send this one sky high. The Gary Owen, as we call it, taken down there
Stay on your feet, 17. Good.
by the Bears.
Use it.
Tawala with the box kick. Finds a bit of space on the right side, and that one's gone out on the full. So the Cavaliers get the ball back inside of Brown's half, just beyond the 10-metre mark. Costly mistake there from Brown, potentially Lance.
You want too many, okay.
Especially when you're gifted the ball back on the free kick.
Okay?
These simple mental errors that we're seeing from Brown seem so uncharacteristic, especially from as much rugby as I've watched him play over this season. Again, uncharacteristic kick straight to touch.
The Cavaliers take this one down, and they form the maul.
For the offside.
Offside advantage, says the referee. So a little bit of free money here for Walsh to play with as they charge into the 22.
Still advantage.
This has been constructed beautifully from the Cavaliers. Can they keep it going? That's with Harley Sherman there.
Still a maul.
Thompson with the ball. Almost hit the back of the maul there, but it stays in connection for now. The Cavaliers still going. Advantage over, says the referee. So this one's taken to ground, and Remy Thompson digs for the ball. They shape to the left side. A bit of space here for the 17, Garrett O'Connell. Thompson gets it off to Vonderleith. Vonderleith carries hard, and it's been knocked on there. Henrique Gabriel with the monster hit. Just when the Cavaliers looked like they were starting to get a bit of a roll on, Brown managed to decipher the situation.
And a low hit dislodges the ball. The Cavaliers of this Walsh side have to see the positive in that very strong ball. That's something later on that they really can lean on and use. But Great hit, great
Guys, let's go.
defensive pressure
Brown.
again from this Brown team.
Brown.
Absolutely, you've got to take those little wins, and they gained a good 25 to 30 metres with that maul there.
Set.
Brown didn't have much of an answer for, but they managed to just self-destruct it in the end. Good scrum here from the Bears.
Use it.
Marching forward, Tawala needs to get the ball out. The referee said use it, but we're going to have a penalty there. Front row standing up.
9. Do use it, okay, if the ball is available.
I mean, this forward pack on each side are in a heavyweight fight. One team lands a strong haymaker, the other one counters back with something big. Both sides forward packs are really showing up. This yellow card ending and the ending of this first half can really breed into what we'll see as this game concludes, but both sides really bringing the noise. Walsh, though, has to find a way to get points.
We just heard the referee say there 1 minute until the yellow card returns to the field, as we see here. Top left of your screen, St Bonaventure out to a pretty comfortable lead, 20 points to 5 in the other quarterfinal, as Tawala gets this one off there to Henrique Gabriel, carrying past the halfway. Estevez back to Tawala, wrap around pass, Lonsignor. Lonsignor dances through the gap.
No hands! You're off your
And
feet,
penalty through the way of the Bears again.
Must stay on your feet.
Off feet is the call there from referee
Card
Fanning.
back on. Yeah, I'm ready.
It's just those breakdown penalties at the moment that are really killing the Cavaliers, Lance. And that one has gone dead in touch, but just picking and choosing their moments.
I think that might have hit the corner post. But Lonsignor, again, he has been dangerous all year. You give that man a little bit of space and you will be on the chase. He will break through and score. But they got to find discipline in these tackle situations for sure.
It's going to stay with Brown here, so Scott takes it down and Brown shape for the maul. They've already had one try from this 10 minutes ago, and they break off. Here go the Bears towards the line. And last grasp, desperation from Walsh. They managed to hold up Casper Pitblado there. Great tackle. The combination of McDonald and Buckton there.
Make sure you're behind. 12-14.
Here's McDonald, the goal line dropout. This one falls back here as they rip it to Raphael Lonsignor. Bit of space here to the left if they can move it. The hands there of Marco Lapierre. And penalty falls the way of the Cavaliers. Finally they get one falling their way at the breakdown.
Yeah, you're gonna have to use that, Mark. 4. Sorry, just over 3.
Defensive integrity, defensive grit by this Walsh side.
It's fine.
And that one hasn't found touch, so Leo Clayberg on the counter-attack. Beats one past the halfway here for Brown. Tawala gets it off to Estevez.
Tackle now! Stay on your feet, Red.
Tawala again. Back inside here for Raphael Lonsignor out the back. Tito Ajua. Ajua breaks one. Still going Tito Ajua.
Back.
Brown looking good here with ball in hand. Tawala gets it back to Henrique Gabriel. Rather, that's Joel Hasso. Tawala. Frost has a bobble, but manages to get it back to Lonsignor. Leo Clayberg once more. He's been really impressive in this first half. Tawala digs for the ball. Gets it off to El Hasso, the try scorer, and there's a lot of high contact there, and we could
above the sternum was a high tackle.
See further punishment for this.
That can't continue as a trend either. Have a word. Time is off, Rafa. Have you had a word yet?
And big collision, but just a bit high.
High tackle.
And the Bears are going to send this one into touch, and they've got it inside the 22 here of the Cavaliers. They'd love another try before half-time. This one's set up beautifully, and the Brown Bears engine room goes to work. Still charging forward here are the Bears. And penalty once again falls away a Brown. Double blast, and we're going to see a yellow for Walsh.
Remy, one, stay here.
So it's going to be Tanner Smith.
Talked about that negative foul play in the scoring zone. Maul moving forward, you've clearly dragged it down. It's dangerous.
And the early break before halftime. Again,
Time is back on.
Walsh giving up a yellow
Collapsing
card
them
deep
all.
in their own end. Last time Brown got points off of it. This does not bode well to that defensive spirit
1
we've
minute,
seen
20
from Walsh
seconds.
throughout the course of this first half. Unfortunate.
Yeah, well, the
Turn
maul
that
had
gap.
disconnected. It had
Minute
broken
20
into
less than
two,
the half, gentlemen.
and then it was just taken down there on that second charge. Tanner Smith, unfortunately, will have to sit the next 10 minutes out. So Brown with a good opportunity here as they're going to shape for the maul once more.
Come out.
It's already worked so far in this game. As Cham Tuala gets his troops in. Past the 5-metre channel. Here come the Bears towards the line. The Bears. Walsh doing a good job to hold him up. And it's been held up. Absolute desperation. That's fantastic work from Walsh.
Let's go line.
Their goal line dropout.
All right, 15, let's
Defensive spirit.
go. Let's keep moving.
Defensive.
There's 20 left in the half, 20 seconds.
Just confidence in themselves. They've been holding off points for the entirety of this first half.
This one past the 22. Here comes Henrique Gabriel.
Get out of there,
With the
6. Good.
accelerator on full blast as it's into the 22 again here for Pit Blado.
No.
Tuala shapes it back to Estevez. Estevez breaks through the gap, 5 metres out here of Brown. Looking to play with some real tempo here. Referee's time expired. This would mean the world to Brown if they can score here.
Knocked on by Brown.
And the Cavaliers have forced another error. And that is going to be half-time here. That'll give them an absolute world of confidence. 8-0 in this Division 1 quarterfinal cliffhanger from Marvel Field. Don't go anywhere because we are going to be back very soon with all the second half action here on Next Level Rugby.
Tell me about your experience with RCT so far.
Well, I think my experience can be best described as really fun and community bonding because I meet so many new people playing the sport I love.
I wrestle and I play football, and there's nothing like rugby. You know?
Yeah, everybody that I've ever met that tries rugby just comes to one practice has ended up liking it. And I asked her like what it was, and she said like full contact, like same rules, guys and girls, and I didn't believe her. And then she was like, oh, come out to our practices. And I did, and I was like, oh yeah, I want to play. And then I started playing, and it was really fun.
I don't know, it's just a game that I love. It's pretty fun though, I don't know, I just love everything about it.
It's the laid-back atmosphere of it. We all be friends on the field and off the field.
Just the bond and the vibe from everybody is nice and builds like a lot of character.
You should play it. Play rugby. That's it.
Like how we can like beat out of each other in the game, and then we like come together after, and we're just like shake hands.
What do you think that is? Why is that?
I personally think it's like, it's just, we're all one community, like it's one family. You all play rugby, it's just one family.
It's a sport.
Yeah,
because if you have to have respect for the person going after you because you work hard and they have to work just as hard after you.
So you say that respect is probably the greatest value you can gain out of this game?
By far.
Yeah.
By far.
It's great. We all love each other. We all like hanging out at these tournaments.
Just meeting so many new people and getting to know them is just amazing. And meeting so many new friends is definitely...
Nah, one word is family. Like you got people like you could depend on.
Probably my favorite part of playing rugby is like I can forget any problem I'm having at school or at home or just any kind of worry or burden and just like giving my all on the field.
We all choose to come here. We don't have to be here, you know. It's just good fun coming out on a Sunday, playing, getting all together, and just great.
All right, so yeah, I think it's the fact that we can play very hard, smack each other up, boom each other, and just eat good and talk to and laugh with each other after.
So, one thing that rugby has done for you?
It's brought up a lot of my confidence. I wasn't very confident in middle school, and I knew that if I wanted to become a better player, I would have to bring up my game, which I did, and I've just become so much like a better person to myself. I see myself in such a bigger light, and I'm honestly so much happier playing rugby.
I ain't gonna lie, if it wasn't for them, I don't think I would like be around here, to be honest. So I guess family.
New York Rugby Club is a great community because they put you around great people such as Alex, my coach Alex, and he teaches me more about rugby, how I can make my game better every day and elevate it to the next.
Nah, but like, you feel me? But like, I bet like you know how the hood is, so you know like it's crazy, like around shooters and all that stuff. So it's just keeping me out from there, and then changing from like me got to worry about, oh I can't walk here, instead of just changing my life and being positive and don't need to worry about anything that much.
I think people really underestimate women in sports. Like in my school, rugby, especially the girls' rugby, is really strong, and I don't think a lot of people expect that that women can have the sort of strength or like sort of drive that men can have in sports. And I mean, you can see today, like it's pretty much even. Women want to, you know, have an outlet for physical contact or something to blow off steam just as much as men do, and they're just as physical, and we're just as, I guess, you can say aggressive as men can be, and we can be just as successful on the rugby field. So I think it just helped me.
And a very warm welcome back in, ladies and gentlemen. We are ready for some second half action here from Marvel Field, and have a look at some of the highlights here from the first half with Lance Kavanagh.
Physical, physical, physical. The weather is forcing teams to play more straightforward, confrontational. We're seeing some big collisions in the middle of the field. Brown controlling most of this matchup offensively, rolling in the maul try, adding 3 points early in the matchup to get an 8-0 lead. But the physicality of this matchup and the mistakes by this Walsh side, not able to capitalize on their opportunities they made for themselves, have led the day. Their defensive integrity has kept them in this matchup. But Brown has to find a way to get more into the way they play, the flow of how they compete, if they want to stretch this lead and get a more comfortable lead going deeper into this half. And it begins with a yellow card still having 5 or 6 minutes on it.
Well, we are ready to get things back underway. Referee Robert Fanning. Can the Cavaliers mount a comeback? We will certainly find out now as Tito Ajua gets proceedings back underway. And the Cavaliers take that one to ground there through Stephen Hurst, or rather Steph Herbst. And just past the 22 here for Walsh. As they shape down the right edge, that's with Harley Sherman wearing the number 5 jersey for the Cavaliers. Thompson digs this one out, looking to shape up for the exit. Goes for the box kick and gets a little bit of a deflection, so doesn't quite get the meterage he wanted. And Thompson this time gets better contact, but it's straight into the hands of Lonsonure. Another wraparound pass back here for Leo Clayburgh. Off to Ajua down the right side edge, and he gets taken into contact.
And it's not that often that you see Tito Ajua get locked down and confined in this way, unable to hold on to the ball. And that might have been out on a Walsh player, but I agree with the call, keeping the ball with Walsh and giving them opportunity to attack back from their own 22-meter line.
You can see there just how sloppy the conditions are underfoot. We've had a lot of rain in the area over the past few days. And we're going to have a penalty here, high tackle. So the Cavaliers getting a couple of early chances and the back chat as well. So they're going to be March 10 are the Brown Bears. And we really saw in the first half how the referee managed all sorts of parts of discipline, Lance, really keeping it consistent for both sides, which was important.
Yeah, and that call was very easy to make. Just a little bit high with the new rules, above the sternum. He's been pretty uniform across the board with that. Walsh been hit with it a few more times than Brown has. And the back chatter call, he gave a warning earlier in the match. The control he's had as the center referee in this matchup has been some of the best I've seen in the last couple of years, not just this season. Really controlling this playoff matchup the way you will ask. Communication clear as well.
Unfortunately, the Cavaliers couldn't control that line out, but luckily Brown got a hand to it, so Walsh will get the ball back. We see here on the replay.
Of a scrum or a line out. Scrum called, not straight, called in by the AR.
Righto, it's a overcall there from the assistant referee, so not straight was the initial call. It'll be the Bears' ball.
Guys, let's start with a good standard for this half, please. Yes, sir. Crouch! Bind!
Cham Tawala there on screen.
Guys, that's not stable. What's the issue with the spacing here? Because there's a bit of movement here that I'm not liking.
It's a little bit long, they keep stepping back.
Okay. So hold your feet. No one, all feet stay static until the set, okay?
Making sure we get the process right at scrum time.
Walsh, to your break foot needs to be your right foot. Crouch! Bind! Set!
This one looks to be executed a little bit better, and Brown go on the shove straight away. Still marching forward here are the Bears, but the penalty's going to fall the way of Walsh.
You're stepping him up.
Front row.
You must drive level to be rewarded. Shot.
So not staying straight was the call, or standing up, and they're going to take the shot here of Walsh. We'll get a look at that
He needs to
replay,
keep it
Lance,
level
to
to be
find that
rewarded,
infringement.
okay?
Not keeping
After
level.
kick,
Yeah,
chat.
Yeah, I believe that was a good call. He rose up and continued to drive up more than flat and straight. And he was winning the engagement. You can see his head just popping up right there, but continuing to go up. You can see him leveling up, standing more straight up. And the referee, seeing the numbers on his back, has to call that for safety concerns. And Walsh now with an opportunity to capitalize on a Brown mistake. These 3 points could be
30
crucial
seconds left.
as this second half goes on. Now that we have even numbers as well.
Well, let's see if Thomas Rojas can get the first points on the board of the second half and the first points on the board for Walsh. A little bit of favourable wind,
5 seconds.
potentially providing assistance. Strikes it pretty cleanly, has the radar. It's over the post. The Cavaliers are on the board in this quarterfinal, 8 points to 3.
Brilliant reward. I know you had dominance there, but I need that drive to keep straight. 3 was standing up, bucket and angle. Okay, that's not safe.
You can hear that. You can keep the dominance going forward at scrum time, but as
I
Lance
can understand
mentioned,
it, but it's up to you to keep the
you
control,
must stay square and straight.
This game is shaping up to be a great one. The weather having an absolute control over this match, but both teams continue to fight hard.
There goes Tito Ejua. Gets things back underway. Thompson shapes it back here to McDonald for the exit.
All good.
And finds touch just beyond the halfway. That's a good reprieve there for the Cavaliers.
4, all this. Offside's been called from down back line. That's the
we
back
got.
line have been offside.
Only number 9.
Okay,
That's
but
3 times.
He
Back
from
line
here
from
or from the back line? Okay.
He retreats, he doesn't retreat all the way.
Perfect, thank you.
We're going to have Joe El Hasso with the
here's your
line out
man.
here. You can hear the AR just telling him about the offsides there.
Let's go, Brent.
El Hasso gets it in, takes him down by Estevez. Tawala looks for runners. Finds one in the form of Gabriel, who makes some good yardage there. Here goes Scott. Scott puts his head down and charges forward once again, as he done so far in the first half. And Estevez gets it off here to Marco Lapierre, puts boot to ball. This one allowed to bounce, and Remy Thompson has to clean it up the little scrum half.
Tackle out, release!
Tackle release, says the referee. Under a little bit of pressure here are the Cavaliers. Christian Gatika.
Use it! Yeah.
Thompson goes for the box kick. It's been deflected. And it just did there, so
Went edge, 22, right?
it's going to be a 22, which probably is something the Cavaliers will be pretty happy about there, Lance.
Yeah, that's a favorable outcome, especially being pent deep on that chip over. What dangerous times. One of the things Brown has been known for is countering back after giving up points. And they found a way to hold rank again and get some space. Good job by this Welsh side. And lucky break on the charge down, too.
And that's a magnificent 22 dropout there from Lockie McDonald. They've got Brown pinned back near their 22 now. Tawala shapes it off to Estevez. And carry forward for the Bears.
Use it!
Tawala once more. Here with Henrik Gabriel, made that initial half break moments ago.
Use it!
Tawala setting up for the exit here. Gets it back to Tito Ejua.
Put them on!
Ejua finds
Retreat
good
zone!
connection.
Retreat 2!
Down here for the Cavaliers as they launch the counter-attack through Christian Gatika. Gatika beats one. Here come the Cavaliers. Thompson digs for the ball, wants to play quickly. Backdoor for Herbst. Bit of space here on the right there for Allen. Allen still going. Here come Walsh. Try line just to the left corner of your screen. Thompson. Rojas. Watson. This is the best we've seen the Cavaliers play all game. Here they come again down the right side. Hammering away at this Brown Bears edge defence. Thompson. Pick and goes himself. Oliver Buckton goes to play scrum half. Gets it off to O'Connell.
Last now, Brown. Back foot. Back foot. Take a step.
Thompson. Back to Gatika, who made that initial break moments ago. Got them into this good position. Tackle release, says the referee. Rather, that was Harley Sherman. Thompson. Gatika now. Tries to drive forward, but Brown doing a good job to stop that. Any chance of momentum. Thompson. Back to Rojas. The kick pass. There's space here for the Cavaliers, chasing after it. Lonsignor goes back. Under all sorts of pressure here at Brown as the Cavaliers drive over.
Taken back in. Scrum now. Red ball.
And it's been taken back by Brown, so Walsh will get the 5-metre scrum. And Lance, all of a sudden, this is a new Walsh team.
Yeah, and they did that with a player down, actually. The referee just brought back in that yellow card. That kick right there puts real danger, and it's a fullback's nightmare. Patient to not collapse on top of the sliding player, but instead hold ground and make sure they got a good base to counter-ruck. An absolute masterclass of kicking attack deep inside of that 5-meter line for this Welsh side. They're doing everything right. They're making all the right decisions, and they find themselves with the most opportune moment that they've had throughout the course of this matchup. 5-meter scrum for an opportunity to tie this game up and potentially take the lead after Brown had their foot on the gas pedal, or at least had their positive attack throughout the course of that first half.
No, if you can't play with contaminated clothing. You need to get that seen to if you're actively bleeding. You can be replaced.
Here you go. He's got a bit of blood that needs attended to.
It's easy done, but like technically you shouldn't be playing with a blood jersey.
So we just have a few players needing some running repairs.
It's going to take more than 30 seconds to get him seen, and we need to take him off. He can be replaced.
See the score in the other game there. St Bonaventure 20 points to 12 over Thomas More. So Thomas More mounting a bit of a comeback. 28 minutes left in the game of that one. And of course, Brown will play the winner
and if you're not gonna miss, like I said before,
out of that fixture.
Safe distance, speak up and let me know, okay? Yeah.
Well, the winner of this will play the winner of that fixture, right? Walsh has shown that they actually might have what it takes to take this matchup, especially at the opportunity they have right now on the footsteps of 5.
You're gonna have to come off.
Yeah, there we go. Both games have no action taking place right now on the field, so it's all going to plan here
Time back on.
for the script of both games, and conditions up there don't look too favourable either, but certainly is good for tight, compact rugby, and this is what Walsh, you think, are going to look to do here. Their number 8, Fraser Leslie, strong ball carrier.
Crouch! Okay. Heads touching. Make sure you got your appropriate space. Don't look for the contact. Keep the space, okay? No, not before the set.
Yeah, we can see there the full setup. Lance, talk us through this.
I mean, the most opportune setup is to go 8-man pick to the strong side and set up for the second phase. But if they go to that back line, they have that layer. Oh, I guess not.
Yeah, well, they're not going to get to do any of that, unfortunately, as it falls the way of Brown. Number 1 standing up.
And the culprit, that knee on the ground that they called early on Walsh, coming back to bite them in this opportune moment. And for them not to even have a shot at it, I think has to be a bit demoralizing. But what a great job by this Brown side. Holding strong, same way Walsh did during the first half.
And David Scott takes this one down cleanly, so Brown will shape up for the exit maul, but the Cavaliers do a good job to hold on to this. The ball's back there for Al Hasso as the referee says use it to charm Tuala, and this one's been charged down, so Walsh come up with the ball here, just outside the 22 of Brown. Thompson shapes for runners and gets it off to Harley Sherman. Thompson again, back here for Rojas, back to Buckton. They play to the right. And that one still going here. Thompson still with Christian Gatika, losing meters though with the Cavaliers. Thompson back to Rojas. Rojas decides to take contact himself. Still there for Thompson. They rip it to the right. There's a bit of space here. Goes Fraser Leslie. Draw and pass on offer. Here come the Cavaliers through Webber. Colton Webber beats one. And Walsh. Cavaliers level up this game.
We're looking at a bit of play from both sides that they each should be proud of, defensively and offensively, but Walsh finding a way to get through off the charge down, able to matriculate, find the ball. This pass right here, completely voiding the shooter, going behind him. And the player earlier in this match, Fraser Leslie, who helped with the charge down, finding Colton Webber, and Webber charging Rhino against the last defender, back three player, nightmare scenario. And as a winger myself, that is the last thing you want to see, is a full steam ahead runner, forward pack, front rower charging at you, unable to make the tackle. And it looks like this Walsh team has found their mojo, getting what they need to in space, getting what they need to get through on a line break, and easy hands from the forward pack in space to get that 5 points. Conversion means everything right here.
Yeah, it was that beautiful over-the-top London bridge pass, they call it, from Thomas Rojas that put Fraser Leslie in space. And Leslie did a great job to draw in Lonsenor. Here goes the kick from Rojas. That one fades away to the left, so it's going to remain 8 points apiece. We see here again, this is that pass right on the dime, you would say.
Same story, clock is live, so when you're ready.
And I mean, what more can you ask for? The shooter trying to cut off, knowing that he had numbers, knowing that he had a disadvantage on the outside. The pass might have been a smidge straight on the line, might have been a smidge forward, but 5 points either way.
Backwards.
And this one isn't able to be taken cleanly from Walsh, but I think they'll still get the ball there as Brown took it into line out. And here's this draw and pass from Fraser Leslie. Just a thing of beauty, but Colton Webber still had a lot of work to do, like a freight train, as you said, Lance. You don't want that coming at you.
Still having nightmares of those days.
Well, luckily you're retired now. You don't have to worry about it as Walsh lose the ball forward. And it's going to be Brown with the ball back.
I mean, that take on a line out was beautiful.
1 second.
Everything from there on was good, but the conditions and that hand going through, knocking the ball loose, that is what Walsh does not want, is a Brown team ready to counteract the points given up. As I said earlier, they're one of the best at getting points back after conceding. And this is a gut check moment for Walsh. Can they hold that same defensive integrity that kept them in this matchup in the first half?
Let's see, this is a good attacking opportunity here for Charm Tuala and the Brown Bears. As Tuala gets it in, strong shove here from the Bears, and they get the reward. Massive scrum from Brown. And you'd think, yep, they're going to take the shot right away. No hesitation, Rafael Lonsignor, but they get the reward they're searching for at scrum time. Have a look at this one.
Antonio,
look at the whole scrum from the Walsh side.
time, okay?
Slide all at once. No ability to stay stable. Knee is down before the push
that
can
one on
even
me,
be
Rafael?
established.
Yeah.
The referee is going to that whistle pretty much as instantaneous as that scrum started to move. And Walsh, scrum is crumbling and keeping them from really capitalizing on those opportunities. 1 of 4 so far on the day. 2 of 5 is a lot better to take the lead. Can Rafael convert? Dead center.
Lonsignor manages to get that one through, so 11 points to 8 in favor of Brown. And we have just over 20 minutes to play in this quarterfinal. It's going to be a box office finish, you get the feeling.
Yeah, this is shaping up to be a next level rugby classic, as they say.
You want to go here? That's fine.
Both teams really fighting, and it's for all the marbles. The season is on the line, and both teams are showing up when it's needed. I can't wait to see how this match ends.
We will see certainly what unfolds here as David Scott brings it through once more past the 22.
Don't play the
Tuala
line. Taken in.
gets it back to Gabriel.
Now there's a rock.
The Cavaliers able to meet that challenge though.
No, there's been a rock now.
Inside the 22 with Tuala. Gets it back to Ajua under a little bit of pressure, but manages to get the kick away. Here's Thompson. Thompson flings the cutout pass, and Tito Ajua comes flying up for Brown. Good tackle there from the number 13. Thompson finds some space. Puts in a fantastic box kick, and that one's been bobbled backwards.
No, right, last now. Take a step.
The ball here for Asa Rosenmeyer, and penalty for offside. So the Cavaliers just infringing there, and Brown will be very happy with that one.
Yeah, we'll keep an eye. 20 left. 20 left.
And did you see that tackle on that kick return? Able to cut him off, arm around, swinging and moving and twirling and twisting, and even attempted to get on his feet for the steal. And that tackle right there really cut off opportunity for Walsh. They could have got around the corner. That ball meets that 5-meter channel on the outside.
Great work there from Tito Ajua, and here come the Bears once more past the halfway mark here.
Don't lift the leg.
Tuala, they charge forward there through Joe Alhasso. He's got one try, or the only Brown try so far in this game, as Estevez. Can he be the deciding factor for Brown? Here goes Ajua.
First steal.
As they marshal forward.
Back foot.
Yeah, Tito got turtled. Easy steal for Walsh.
And there's the steal, as Lance just said. So the Cavaliers got the steal, but give away the penalty for holding on.
It's okay, leave him. 12, 12, 12, don't get involved.
And low tackle leads to great opportunity. 2 Brown defenders right over top of that ball. That is a steal in any region of the earth. And just Brown defense showing up. Losing the ball earlier and getting the steal back. That led to them losing the ball later and getting the steal back. It just shows they're going to be in this match until the 80 minutes has expired.
And they're going to set this one up for the line out. You'll think they're driving more, and they do just that. So Charm Tuala marshals the troops, but this one gets taken to ground, and we've had a double blow of the whistle here. Let's listen in.
Is anything dangerous or just the side entry? Okay, I'm going to have a warning here. Yeah, so since what we had in the first half, right, there's a trend of penalties happening when they're attacking and it's negative play. Can't continue, okay? Come in from the back foot at the mauls and play in general needs to tidy up, okay?
So what was wrong with this?
Side entry here, call in by my AR, okay?
There we have it, side entry, so that's an official warning to
Side
Walsh,
entry.
so they've got to be very careful with their discipline now in this area of the field.
Okay.
Do you take these points?
Tito Ajua says no. And this one, 5 metres out. Huge moment in the game, you would think. And I think, Lance, we're going to see what they've gone to all game here. And that is the maul. Here goes Brown. This one gets a little bit of a roll on.
Roll 18. Stay on your feet now, 6.
Here comes from Tuwala. They're happy to try and go for this try. They know what Walsh can do now. Tuwala gets it off to El Hasso. Advantage high tackle, says the referee. So a free play again here for Brown. Tuwala whips it out to the left. Here goes Rosenmeyer. 5 metres away here are the Bears.
Still advantage for the high tackle.
Tuwala, Estevez. Estevez takes it to ground. The ball's still here. Here goes Blado.
Advantage, release him.
That's Casper Blado. Tuwala digs for this one. Shapes it off to the left once more. Brown keeping this one nice and compact at the moment. New advantage, says the referee. And we are going to have a yellow card here.
12.
Let's listen in.
There's 12 or 13 that had a neck. You and them you were participating in that tackle?
It was me.
It was you? Yeah, okay. So it was around the neck. It's dangerous play. Hey.
Sorry.
High tackle. Okay, bring him on. Time is off, guys, so do your substitutions. Let me have a word, okay?
So you can see it. There's the explanation. Buckton has been sent to the bin, and it looked as if though there was potentially 2 yellow cards that were going to happen, but I think it was just 1 in the end.
Okay, yeah, we're just going to let him have it. Cool, your 13's getting seen to. Subs are all on, Mike.
It's 30 minutes of man-down rugby that Walsh have played now, so Brown have had the numerical advantage.
Scrum was called. Scrum.
Going to be 30 minutes rather for over a quarter of this game.
You can be replaced temporarily.
And it's just too much time. If you're going against such a strong side as Brown, you can't get him any advantage. The fact that the score stays so close with already 20 minutes of yellow card time elapses is nothing short of grit and a miracle almost.
So he's got 15 minutes of real.
But it can't continue. It can't continue.
Time back on. Scrum down, Brown.
Man, you've said it already, Lance. It goes to show the heart that this Walsh side has, and you can almost count your dollar on it that they're not going to give up here. It's a 3-point game here, just over 15 minutes to play, but massive opportunity here for Brown.
Ball in.
Tuwala gets the ball in, and penalty falls the way of the Cavaliers. Just when we talked about them not giving up, the front row of Brown drops to their knee and causes the infringement. Thompson taps and goes. Here come the Cavaliers. The Cavaliers break away. The pass is excellent. Here come Walsh, coast to coast. Can they go all the way? Is this an NCR special? You put your bottom dollar on it, it is. The Walsh Cavaliers have scored one of the great tries in next level rugby history.
What a turnaround. They caught Brown napping. If you catch a bear hibernating, that's the best time to hunt for him. And what an opportune remedy. Seeing the space, moving the ball, skipping it through, and all it took was one pass before it became a foot race. Josh getting the offload away on his way down. Even with the yellow card, moving the ball
60
to the
seconds
edge.
left,
The
your kick.
substitute wing steps in, and Greenfield saw nothing but green. The leg drive, consistent movement of the ball
Reasonable
back
advantage, Mikey.
to Steph,
Advantage gained, I'd say.
and a slide-in try for this Walsh side. And you have to wonder why Brown isn't taking those 3 points, isn't taking those opportunities for easy money. But unfortunately, one long arm scrum penalty and Walsh goes the length of the field to take the lead. That is a next level rugby magic moment. What a try.
Oh, absolutely it is. And we'll get the time updated for you as Rojas adds the 2 points. So Walsh take their first lead in this game. You can hear there 14 minutes to play. So it's that man there, Remy Thompson, that spotted the space, the crafty little halfback. And it was Josh Groudle, the man wearing number 20, who managed to draw in those 2 defenders and create that little space down the right side. That one's got to go viral on all platforms, you'd think. Here comes Walsh.
No, now Brown, good.
Walsh looking to exit once again as they dance around in the territory that they created the try from just seconds ago. This one here with Luke Shull.
Don't take him out, Dan.
Thompson under a bit of pressure here. McDonald puts this one sky high. Lonseigneur on the counter attack. That's a bit of a loose pass and it's bobbled on the ground there from Brown.
High tackle.
And high tackle. So
It's dipping, but it's still high.
is this within range for Brown? The wind potentially not favourable, but let's have a look.
Now they have no choice but to go to the corners.
Yeah, the corner indeed. You'd think they're going to shape up for that maul once again, but
I mean, the decisions to play
recovering from that try.
Absolutely. The decision for them to play for the ball, to play to the scrum, was because they knew Walsh was explosive and could get points. And in a turn of events, Walsh got explosive and got points.
Here comes the Bears as they carry hard through Henrik Gabriel. Still plenty of time left in this game. Tuwala brings it to the left, manages to take out the referee.
My fault. Yeah, I'm good. Brown in possession, Brown scrum. My fault.
So he's apologised there. That's all good. These things happen, so it's going to be Brown
You see
scrum.
that design? You see the play design? Line out, then they go back the opposite way with the scrum half moving with the ball and going into the space the scrum half left. Most teams leave that A gap unaccompanied. I've scored on plays like that. They set it up beautifully, but the referee not in the know, not in the huddle, not knowing the plays that they work on the training field, and unfortunately just gotten away just a little bit.
It's for the tower. Okay. Our mic is good. Thanks, Mike.
We're just getting some repairs done on the referee now. I think everyone's had repairs in this game. It's been an absolute physical contest.
No, I got it.
That may have been the referee's microphone we've just lost, so we're enjoying his great communication all game. Now we don't have it for the last 10 minutes, so you're just going to have to hear more of Lance and myself. Here goes Brown. Charm Tuwala. I'll bring this one back for a reset.
Those muddy conditions. Those muddy conditions are really affecting each of these scrums. Pay attention to the way that the front row's legs, they feet slide on the push. Check to see on that initial engagement who's able to really keep footing underneath those mud patches. And they move the scrum just a little bit to get better footing. And let's see if that improves the situation for both of these scrums.
We certainly have a game on our hands here, and at St Bonaventure Thomas More, 25-19, as Brown have the penalty advantage here at scrum time. Estevez breaks off to the left, gets it off to Tuala. Tito Ajua. Ajua carries strongly. Don't count out Brown just yet, that's for sure. David Scott, the number 5, carries once again. Here goes Blado, gets the tip pass off to Henrique Gabriel. Just changing contact points, and we've got another penalty advantage for Brown. Wadolnik. There's space out to the right here for Brown if they can find it. Tuala goes for the crossfield kick. One-on-one battle in the air, and it is a fantastic score for Brown. Marco Lapierre.
I said Moss earlier. That is the Moss. That is the best you'll see at high ball contests. What a gather, what a try. And they saw that option early. Scrum half, going to that right boot and in the air. Oh, meet me up top. Meet me up top. You just got Moss for the lead. Oh my goodness. Yeah, celebrate, young man. You earned that.
Oh, he certainly did. And Charm Tuala put that thing on a dime. And there he is. Marco Lapierre. I don't know if I'm going to be able to contain myself for this last 8 minutes, Lance. This is going to go down to the wire.
Yeah, this is too much. It's too much exciting rugby in a small amount of time.
Here goes Rafael Lonsignor. This one fades away to the left, so we have a 1-point ball game on our hands at Brown University. Don't go anywhere. If you need lunch, don't eat lunch. Watch rugby.
What a catch. What a kick, first of all. And the defender did the best he can do, tracking from the inside, but you're just a victim now. Over the top, give me that for the 5.
Lockie McDonald gets things back underway here for Walsh. David Scott carries once again. He's been one of my forwards of the game so far for Brown. Hard-working individual. Gabriel met strong there from Stephen Hurst.
Stayed inside the 22.
Tuala. Ajua. This one's been touched, says the referee, so it's going to fall in favour of Brown. Oh, a little bit of profanity there as well. Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. Obviously, lots of emotion in these quarterfinal games. This is what it all comes down to, all those training runs. Tuala gets it off to Gabriel. Gabriel head down. 10-metre mark on screen. Tuala. Back there for Stadolnik. Tuala wants some more. El Hasso this time. Changing contact points here in the Pistons formation. Rosenmeyer going from left to right. Gabriel. Gabriel gets wrapped up there by Hamish Watson, and they've stripped it here, have the Cavaliers. The Cavaliers have broken away, but we're going to bring it back. Penalty in favour of Brown, so no release. It's a big call, but looks as if it was the right one, Lance.
It definitely looked like the right one. Maybe at worst a knock-on by Walsh, but the ball carrier was holding on to the ball, still on his way down. Body looked like it hit the floor. He still was yanking at the ball, spilled out, and just relying on your ARs the way that the center ref has, it just shows you a master class of the teamwork that those 3 referees have to go through to make sure this game is called correctly.
Yeah, they've worked well together all game, and Brown get another penalty here, so a couple of big moments for the Bears, and the Cavaliers Got to be careful. Tito Ajua is happy to send this one into touch once more. Under 5 minutes to play in this D1 quarterfinal. We'll get you the score of the other game shortly. 16-15. 30 points to 19, you can see there. So Simp on a venture. 11-point lead. El Hasso. This one's been tapped back by Brown. Thompson almost manages to dive on it, but conditions underfoot. Very tough to do that.
Great contest on that line out. Absolutely amazing steal. Ball bounced off the foot, off the hand, off the ground, and just unable to keep within reach. But he got to keep his head because Thompson has been absolutely paramount to the success of what Walsh has done, especially in this second half. He got to keep his head because they're going to need him in this last 4 minutes.
You know, it's been a good matchup, the two nines, Tawala and Thompson. Tawala, of course, assisting that last try. And Brown get the penalty.
And 3 penalties back to back to back, putting Walsh on the heels of their own try line. We've seen they had the juice to score. We've seen they had the ability to stop a maul that close. But they have to find a way to piece it all together now to almost perfection. Last year's quote-unquote national champions, different school, you know, different institution, but still the same squad. Opportunity to repeat and find themselves back in the national picture down in Houston. They got to find a way to shore up and perfect everything right now.
Winner of this game heading to Penn State Berks on December 7th for the semi-finals. As Brown look to put the finishing marks on this game potentially. Here comes the maul. Try line inches out as they go close. It's a penalty try. Would you believe it? Automatic 7 points.
And who gets the yellow is important as well.
Walsh. Time not against their side right now. They're down by 8. Playing with 14 men. We've got a little bit of back and forth. And without the referee there, so everyone's got their own little games going on today at Marvel Field. You can understand the Cavaliers wanting to play quickly, that's for sure.
Well, they got to find a way to get points. It's an 8-point game. They got to get points and then somehow with no time left get points again.
And Brown managed to come up with the ball. Tawala shapes for ace of Rosenmeyer. Rosenmeyer beats one. Taken to ground. Tawala. Big tackle there from the Cavs. And penalty falls the way of Brown. Not rolling away. Bit of respect there from the two sides. The 8s, Estevez and Leslie, they've gone hard at it all game. It's been an impressive battle, both defensively and offensively. We've seen some of the great tries in these conditions, Lance. I mean, we've talked about how it's been muddy underfoot and there's a lot of wind, but we've seen some beautiful tries. The conditions haven't stopped those 5-pointers from happening.
Yeah, the pure rugby lovers got everything they want in this game. Long range tries, high flying tries, forward dominating tries, defensive stands. This is one of those matchups that really showcase some of the best in NCR rugby. Even though one team has to lose, congratulations to the winner. And look at the conditions. Look at the wind. Completely take the ball off course. I don't think he put English on that when he threw it into that line out. And Walsh now with a chance to get some consolation points. And again, the wind takes control.
Estevez carries hard into contact, gets met just as equally firm. Tawala. Leo Kleber gets it off to Tito Ajua. He's been pretty well contained today. Majority Marco Lapierre, who scored that fantastic aerial effort. Tawala. This one bobbles backwards. You'd think we're into expired time, and here goes Steph Herbst against the runner play. Brown breakaway, threatened to put boot to ball. That's with Santiago Quarterfinals. Time expired. Tawala finds Gabriel. Gabriel still going. Gabriel breaks through. Halfway line on screen. And Brown kick it into touch through Frost. And they are going to be heading to the NCR D1 semi-finals. And there's a little bit here after the whistle, which we don't need to see. But what a game, Lance.
This lived up to the billing that it was. Two top 5 teams meeting in the quarterfinals. Both teams deserving a chance. We're talking about the last 2 national champions meeting in the quarterfinals, and they gave us a matchup to remember. Both sides should be very proud of the competition they put out today, but only one team can win, and Brown moves forward to face the winner of that St. Bonaventure and Thomas More matchup. Great show today.
Yeah, it certainly was. It was a true, gritty, hard-hitting, explosive game of rugby, and played in pretty good spirits majority of the game. Both of these programs gave it their absolute all, but it will be Brown who just gave it that little bit more.
Yeah, just a mistake-filled game, thanks to conditions, thanks to the circumstances, and the team that made the least amount of mistakes, the team with timely play. That aerial assault for the game winner, absolutely showcasing some of the best in NCR. And I just can't wait to see what happens next for this Brown side. Big thumbs up and congratulations to this Walsh team fighting to get to where they're at. But this might be a team of destiny, this Brown team, able to compete all the way through.
Yeah, well, Walsh didn't quite get the win. They scored the try of the game for me. This was one of them for sure, but that coast-to-coast effort started deep inside their own 5-metre channel was a thing of beauty. Here it is here. Thompson, flat pass. And this is the work here that the 20 Josh Grottle did to get this ball away. Yeah, this has to be one of the great NCR tries.
And I mean, Brown just storming back, doing whatever they can defensively to make it work, but just too much, too fast, too quick. Long range try of the year, maybe even try of the year, definitely try of the weekend. But this right here, over the top. What an amazing try, Wills.
Oh, he went aerial. Well, it has been fantastic to have your company here today. Next Level Rugby, as always, putting on a great production, and we are going to see you at the NCR semi-finals. On behalf of Thomas Grant, Lance Cavana, Ryan Ginty and all the crew, enjoy your Saturday afternoon. We'll see you again soon.